Coming up on the Making Waves VO podcast.
And then you get down to the wire, 24 hours ahead of time. And folks, that opportunity is going to be gone. And I call it an opportunity because if you want to do something like that, if you want to do this business and you see an opportunity to learn something, like Bobby's saying, take advantage of it.
Making waves.
Making waves.
Making waves.
Making waves. Making waves.
Making waves.
Making waves.
Making waves. Making waves.
This is the Making Waves VO podcast with Kevin Kilpatrick and Bobby Maxwell.
Yes, indeedy, it is the Making Waves VO podcast presented by Full Compass, fullcompass.com.
We know VO.
We know VO and we know scams. We know Amazon reviews. We know things that grind frustrations in the VO business. We're going to cover a few topics today on the Making Waves VO podcast. But here we are in late October, and I want to ask Bobby, how are you this fine week?
I'm doing well. Just got back from my big conference, the Euro conference. Amazing. A lot of cool people and a lot of information gained.
Excellent. Well, I'm glad to hear that. That is a good positive, but something that's a little bit negative, though, is these clowns, these chuckleheads are still trying to steal people's money, and sadly, it's still happening. Bobby, you weren't victimized, but the opportunity was there for you to be victimized recently on some scams, right?
Yeah, and it was on one of the biggest pay-to-plays out there, and they're seeing more and more of that. When you're a platinum member of Voice 123, it's a rotation system. So every so many weeks, you scroll to the top of the search bar. And that's when I get the most direct messages, direct invitations. And within 1 week, it just had all the red flags of a scam. They're using their Gmail email for me to reply to because their corporate email has been down for a while. It's like, really? And it's just, I need you to read the entire script. I mean, there was so much about it that just screamed scam. And I don't know are you a member of the VO Red Flags Facebook group?
No.
You really should. You really should because just a suggestion that you find a lot on there that will be about these kind of things. And it is truly a red flag, so you don't fall for it. And sure enough, someone suggested that I go there. They recommended me. And one of the first posts on there, one of the most recent posts were about that same hire, that same client. And they said, please report it to Voice 123, and then I had another one, like a few days later, had the same sort of message, like, we need it, we need you to do this. And, it was, we need you, this was so weird, Kev. It was, we need you to tell us why you really want this job. This was after the audition, and I was narrowed down to, the next level. And they said, tell us why you would fit this and why it would mean to you. It was going to be like a documentary type read. And I was like, that's just weird. Yeah. I auditioned. Why do you need us to, this isn't like a pageant or anything.
Yeah.
So I said, no, I'm going to pass on this one. I told the guys, I'm going to pass. It just seems like there's too much involved. I don't have the time right now. But
did that seem like a scam, or they were just trying to get too much out of you? Or do you sense a scam on that one?
When he said he wanted an audio recording of me saying why I felt right for this job, I was like, okay, why couldn't I just write it? Why do you've already had my audition. You already put me to the next round. Why do you need that to be in an audio file? And it just didn't sound right.
You know what? I wonder if they, because maybe they wanted your supernatural speaking voice to explain that so they could then lift that and use it for AI. Is that possible?
Well, that's what I thought it could be used for AI, but I didn't think about that reason, and that is a good a good possible explanation.
Because if they didn't try to get into your back pocket, what else, would there be? And the AI comes to mind. Like, why would
Yeah.
they? Okay, so if you got on there and you're just like being you, being yourself, and like, yeah, I really feel like I could do this job. I could do a great job at it. And, I really want this because I'm connected with this, whatever the documentary might be. And then you're just sitting there talking natural, normal, and they can take that and model. I don't know. That's
that's a very
to
good
mind.
point. And some other people also said the overpayment scam. It's like, okay, you're down to the final 2 or 3, and we're going to send you a check for the studio or blah, blah, blah. And another thing about it was they said, not only are you being considered to do the narration of it, we may put you on camera for it. And I was like,
What?
okay, so you have to fly me to Arizona? It was so weird.
yeah.
So weird.
That just seems. So what's your thoughts? What's your advice?
Well, once again, I would join the VO Red Flags Facebook group. There's a lot of posts in there, and they point out things that you don't think of that could be a red flag. And then I would ask questions, and that's exactly what I did with this guy, because he was like, I need you to do this audit. I said, well, tell me a little bit about your company. Tell me about this project. What kind of demographic are you looking for? And just ask questions. And before you give an automatic, okay, I'm in.
Yeah.
Because you could, if they get squirrely or they say kindly, the word kindly cracks me up all the time. Those kind of red flags could come through in their response.
I guess these scams will just continue to be around. I mean, just whatever they may be. We've just got to stay super vigilant as a voiceover community and watch out for this stuff. Bunch of clowns. If they spend as much energy trying to scam people to earn regular money, they could probably make as much money, as scamming people.
I'm just like on high alert right now, and I'm just pissed off because I think I told you my husband was scammed in a big way recently.
Really?
With his employer. Yeah, I don't want to go on to with
Okay.
it in here, but I will tell you later. But it was pretty big, and there's nothing he can do about it. And then I will never do this again. I ordered something on Facebook through the ads, and all I did was click on it, and then I went to go to my PayPal to pay them, and had not approved the sale or anything, and it went through, and they doubled my cart.
Ooh.
And then they sent me they did an automatic payment on top of that. And yesterday I was on the chat with PayPal. It's like, this is ridiculous. We need to block them. And they're going, well, we have to first make sure that it was a scam and that, it was. So I'm just really on high alert right now, but it's everywhere. It is everywhere.
You don't want to miss what's next. Making Waves returns momentarily.
Hey, it's Bill DeWeese. You can splish-splash around in voiceover, or you can make some waves, like my good friends Kevin and Bobbi, on the Making Waves VO podcast.
As a voice actor, you want to focus on what's important, right? Like pulling off the perfect read. You don't want to stress about tech stuff. That's why Full Compass is in your corner. With 50 years experience in pro audio, Full Compass has everything we voice actors need. Mics, headphones, monitors, mixers, interfaces, DAWs, all the goodies. And their certified product experts help with everything they sell. Plus, you can get free same-day shipping, flexible financing, and a low price guarantee. See it all at fullcompass.com. Fullcompass.com. They know VO.
And now back to Making Waves.
That's frustrating. That's one of the many things that will frustrate we voice actors. And what are some other things that grind our gears, Bobbi?
You tell me. What's on your head?
Well, the first thing that popped to mind is not necessarily, it's ancillary to voiceover, and it's the accounting side of it. And just today, I was creating an invoice for one of my clients, and my QuickBooks. I've used QuickBooks since like 2004, literally. And it just has changed so much over the years. You used to have a disc, a CD disc that you would pop in and install the software. And then, I don't know, 10 years ago or so, they went to the online model, and they're constantly changing things, and I get that you're trying to streamline and improve processes. But today I'm going to make an invoice for a client, and I'm like, why is that random invoice number generated? I go in order, I know around what my numbers are, and I'm like, that number makes no sense to me. And and then you got to take time to Google this. And why is QuickBooks changing my invoice numbers? And you find out, oh, well, there's a setting that some new updates may have selected for you to make it where you can do custom numbers every single time. And I'm like, no, I just want to go in order. I don't need custom numbers. And why would you go select that when it wasn't before? Well, the new update will do that for you. No, I didn't want the update to do anything for me.
Right. Why automatically do it?
Yeah. And so that's one of the biggest frustrations that I deal with probably once or twice a year is QuickBooks. Updating or doing something to improve, quote unquote, and all you're doing is messing me up. That's all you're doing.
Yeah.
And so, but then I got to take the time to go research. Oh, okay, I got to go into this and click this button and go into this and click this button and go into this and click this button. So that grinds my gears.
They should really think about it, because there are so many other possible invoicing apps out there.
I know. And I have I've been paying for it for years, and I'm like, I hear all these people talking about others, like I think Waze is one that's free. But I don't know if that's comprehensive enough for what I have to do, because I probably pay a dozen or so talent every month. And so I've got to track all that and then track all the other stuff. And so I don't know if, one of those software programs could handle all that. And anyway, and plus converting all that, 21 years plus of all those numbers. Makes my head hurt to think about it. They have got me, Bobbi. They have got me just where they want me.
And their prices keep going up too.
That. Are you on QuickBooks?
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, that's just one thing. I'm trying to think if anything else has grinded my gears lately.
I have something I wanted to bring up.
Oh, tell us.
It's about procrastination in responding to something or someone or, a project. I mean, this industry is just so jam-packed with talent right now. Mm-hmm. You cannot afford to wait on things. You can't afford to wait on auditioning for things. You can't afford to wait on responding about, a particular job. And yet a lot of people seem to still do that. And so I was supposed to have a webinar with our friend Christy Bowen from Tennessee Voiceover Studios about coming from radio into voiceover. And I marketed it, she marketed it, and I had a lot of people from my Facebook page respond, because I'm friends with just hundreds and hundreds of radio people. And they're like, oh, yeah, this is cool. This is exactly what, I've been thinking about it, or I've lost my job recently, blah, blah, blah. And I got a lot of responses on it. It's like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And one person signed up. And so it was the night before the event, and Christy and I decided to pull it.
Because you can't do it for just one person.
Yeah. I mean, I can connect with that person easier than doing a whole session on it. So she made the announcement that it was canceled, and I had two people like, I can't register. What's wrong? Am I too late? And I was like, I just wanted to say, if you really want to do voiceover, you can't wait. That job is going to be gone. It's going to be filled if you wait 3-4 days.
Yeah.
And I guess following up on what you intend to do, it's just...
It's frustrating.
You just have to be proactive in this business. And if there's one thing that I feel like I always have, it's been I'm on it. If I want to do it, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to wait a week from now. Do you feel like you're that way? You jump right on things?
100%. And because I will like sign up for things that I want to do, whether it be like a trailer class or whatever it might be, I will sign up for it right then, and then I'll put it on my calendar. And then a lot of times I'll forget about it until like I'm going through my calendar for the week or whatever. Oh yeah, I'm doing that coming up. But I will typically lock it in right away. And then I'll remember to do it rather than going, oh, I forgot that's coming up tomorrow. Oh, let me sign up now. And then either A, it'll be gone because it's filled, or B, like you're talking about, it'll be canceled because there was not enough initial interest. And then you get down to the wire, 24 hours ahead of time. And folks, that opportunity is going to be gone. And I call it an opportunity because if you want to do something like that, if you want to do this business and you see an opportunity to learn something, like Bobby's saying, take advantage of it. Bobby's not trying to get in your pocket. Nobody's trying to get into your pocket. But if you want to learn about this business, you will have to pay a little bit for people's time sometimes. And that is valuable knowledge that you'll be receiving. That being said, I understand, but, don't kvetch after the fact about, oh, I was gonna do it, but, anyway.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's just frustrating because then they say, oh, I can't get any jobs. Well, how long did you wait? Did you reach out to this contact? It's not going to come to you. It's the best thing I can say. It's not going to come back to you. You got to do the work, and you got to do it timely.
Yeah. Nobody's getting, quote unquote, discovered in this business. And I'll reflect back on the Tina Marasco conversation that we had on the podcast. And she was talking about the casting jobs that she had done. I can't remember the exact numbers, but let's just say she said she cast like 340 jobs or 360 jobs in 2024. And of those jobs, there were about 300 unique voice talent. So even if you do get discovered, quote unquote, for a job, it very well could be just that one job you got discovered for, and the rest is going to be your ass hustling. It's not coming to you. It's not coming to you.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
That grinds my gears, Bobby.
I can tell. We're getting a little heated here.
Yeah. Oh,
Let's talk about something that's a a nice, pleasant topic.
This is the Making Waves VO podcast with Kevin Kilpatrick and Bobby Maxwell. I'm Chris McCloy, and they didn't pay me a dime to say this. Why am I doing this for free? Hang on a sec. I'll talk to my agent.
A very well-known voice talent was on Facebook this week and said that they were thinking about taking off the entire month of November, that it was a really good year, but, they needed a break. And he says, has anybody ever done this before? Is that too much time? Is this a bad time of year? And I thought, man, if you can do it, do it.
That's just wild.
Yeah.
Now, are you talking about like they shut down, no VO, like no work, nothing?
That's
taking an entire month off.
Yeah, that's the way he made it sound, right?
Yeah. All right. I want to know who this person is and where I can get hold of their money. Because if you're suggesting taking off an entire month, you got it like that. Hey, good for you.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Can I talk about something that I've wanted to talk about on the pod, and it's just totally random. So I think I've mentioned in the past that I do these explainer type videos for a company called Belzona, Belzona. I've been doing videos for them for the last, 3, 4, 5 years, something like that. And they probably do about two to three a month on average. Well, these videos have blown up on Instagram. The last one I did has 5,300,000 views. Now, the great thing is, and so Bobby, Belzona is a chemical company where they manufacture adhesives and repair products for these big industrial parts. So, like the latest one is, check out our most impressive repair reel yet, how to stem a live leak with Belzona. So it's a big, let's picture a 1 foot around industrial pipe that who knows what kind of fluids or whatever's going through it. But let's say it starts leaking, and a live leak is something that is actively leaking, right? Well, you take this Belzona stuff, whatever the formulation number is, and you lather it on there, and then it stops it, and then you kind of reinforce it as you go, right? That's the gist. But they do all these, and I am the clown explaining how to mix these and how to use them and that kind of stuff. Let me see something here. No, that's not it. Stand by. Well, what I was trying to do is share the audio.
Why do you think it's exploded so much? Their Instagram videos.
They're very satisfying to watch. So you see like this last one. If you Instagram Belzona Global, Belzona Global, all one word, you'll see them if you go to the reels. And you'll see the latest one I did, 5.3 million views. Now, what I love is the commentary. And every now and then I'll jump in, Bobby, and, just comment. So can I just read some of the comments from the VO?
Yes.
So, Lacey, I'm going to send you the audio. If you would, when we get this out, Lacey, would you put a sample of this audio in there so we could just hear it for a second, please? And Lacey's saying yes. I'm sure she is. How do I share this audio? Stand by really quick. I know how to do this. It was Control Alt S. No, Shift Control S. I'm gonna keep pressing things until something happens. Well, never mind. Lacey, we'll put that in post.
Hey y'all, this is Lacey in Post. Here's the audio that Kevin was talking about.
In this video, we'll demonstrate how to stop a live leak. Roughen the surface using a surface preparation tool. To stem the leak, use Belzona 9611, a rapid curing leak repair solution.
Yeah, right, now back to the pod.
But it's just a very much how it's made. You know how it's made, Bobby? And this is where they take the baseball and they wrap the yarn around it. And then they put on the leather thing. That's kind of like how I do it. They ask me to adjust my attitude a little bit. Sometimes if it's more promotional, they'll want a more trailer vibe, and I'll do this with Belzona 4121. You can do this and that. And I'll see them commenting on my voice and different stuff like that. But this latest one, I'll just read some of the terminology that is used is you mix the two components in a figure-8 motion until a grayish color is achieved. Anyway, some of the comments. Honey, please cancel all my appointments. Belzona dropped a new video. I feel like in 100 years, these videos will be archived and people will watch them like people today watch old reels of cars and stuff from the 1930s.
That's so funny.
Did anybody else get a Belzoner?
Oh, no.
Let's see. It's a bad day to be a live leak. Let's see. Oh, imagine not needing the material to a uniform gray color.
Oh, my gosh.
Anyway, they just go on and on and on.
It's probably one of those things, especially for men, and I hate to sound sexist like this, but Steve watches this bulldozer guy, Dirt Perfect, and it's the same thing. It's just something about it is fascinating, and he gets so excited when a new episode comes out, and I bet that's what's going on. I would venture to say that your audience is primarily male, and that's exciting for you guys.
Yeah, it's really neat. Damn, that SP11.
You're a star. I bet you're a star to these people.
Well, what's funny is somebody goes, "Oh, that's the How It's Made narrator."
Yeah.
And then I chimed in. I was like, "Actually, it's not. It's me." But I said something like I love that guy though. Yeah. Anyway. Pretty
Well,
funny.
that's a neat regular gig to have. Those are the fun ones.
Yeah.
You know? Don't go anywhere. The Making Waves VO podcast returns in a moment.
Hi, everyone. This is voice actor Karin Gilfrey, and you're listening to my awesome friends Kevin and Bobbi on the amazing Making Waves VO podcast.
Oh, Bobbi, I remember getting into voiceover, and one of the most exciting parts about getting into voiceover is buying all the gear. You don't realize that until you become a voice actor and you got to produce your own stuff. And you go, ooh, this part should be fun. But then you go, I have not a clue on what I'm supposed to buy.
Exactly.
That's why you trust your good friends at Full Compass, fullcompass.com. They know VO there, and you're going to have a great selection of pro audio gear, and you're going to get a lot of good help. And there's a lot of good attributes that go along with buying from Full Compass.
Yeah, so if you're not really sure when you got the piece of equipment and you have questions about it, they have a free 2-year service or repair plan. They have free shipping on orders over $49. I love that. I think my favorite thing is the low price guarantee, because you just never know. You said a second ago that you're getting into this and you don't know what you need, but how about, do you know if you're paying the right price for it? So you don't have to worry about that when you shop at fullcompass.com. They'll guarantee to match the price on the products they sell for new, identical, and immediately available products offered at a lower price.
They have flexible financing, Bobbi, and they also have free expert assistance, and that's why we say we know VO at Full Compass.
Everything from microphones to interfaces to headphones to mic booms, they've got it.
If you have any questions and you're more old school and you want to call them on the phone, you can call Full Compass at 800-356-5844. Full Compass and fullcompass.com.
We know VO.
And now, back to Making Waves. We did this one other time. How would you feel about reading a few Amazon reviews?
Sure. I've left a few myself lately, so we're not going to read. We're not reading them.
Okay. So let's do Bobbi. Let's have you look up air compressor in Amazon and just find any old random air compressor thing, hopefully. And we won't name the brand so we don't, trash anybody. But I'd love for you to read some negative reviews.
Okay.
And if you tell me any kind of product, I'll look up something myself.
How about support bras?
Nice. Okay. I'm ready to go.
Okay.
So
I want to hear it.
So I clicked, when you click on the reviews, click on the 1-star percentage tab, and you'll see all the negative ones. So,
okay.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to go, okay, here we go. This is 1 star from Lynn on a support bra. Here we go. Lynn says, the bra itself is comfortable, sleek, and covers very well. I bought 3 in July, and in just less than 2 months, the adhesive that held the bra together and all had come undone. The padding cannot stay in. They are no longer wearable. I cannot return them after 1 month. What a waste. I gave it 1 because it was nice while it lasted.
My favorite part is, once again, the voice that Kevin uses that he thinks women sound like.
Yeah, and I want to hear your negative male review guy.
Okay, here we go. This pump is a POS. Battery only holds a single charge for 42 PSI. Very slow. Now, battery won't even hold a charge. Only used it 5 to 6 times, not had it very long. If anyone knows of a good pump, reach out. Thanks.
That cracks me up. Oh.
Is that what you sound like?
Oh, yeah, I love that. All right, I'm going to try to get through this one as quickly as I can. This is not a bra. It's an accident waiting to happen. A satiny nightmare you won't soon forget. I was measured, so I know my accurate bra size. That does not matter when it comes to this bra, quote unquote. The strange material feels so soft that it lulled me into the false sense of security that it was a bra of substance. Lies! That's capitalized, by the way. Lies. Once wearing the supportive deception, I found out, unfortunately, while driving down a bumpy country road on my way to work, that I was, to say the least, on my own. My girls fell out of the bottom of this lie on the first bump. I pulled up to a stop sign, pulled them back into place in a panic. The bra was fastened on the tightest snaps. Why did it all of a sudden feel like nothing was holding my lady lump securely? No time to go home and change. Onward to work I went. Let me tell you, every bump, every jostle, every stinking time I raised my arms, my girls fell out of the bottom like there were holes in the bucket. Needless to say, I will never wear that bra again, nor will I recommend it to a friend. I might recommend it to an enemy just because having your boobies suddenly and constantly drop out of the bottom of your bra is a life lesson that no one should ever endure.
She ain't lying.
That's a great review.
That is a really good review.
That's cold read, by the way. That is cold. I'm just going with it. Oh
my lady lumps.
What a great review. All right, Bobby, let's hear.
Oh, gosh. All right. Overrated, cheap, and useless inflator. Try blowing up one car tire. If you make it, good luck, my friend. Tire was... Do not buy this piece of junk. That was really...
And you know, guys are like so particular about like tool kind of stuff. They will trash it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find a brief one. Let's see. Not sure why this bra received such high reviews. I hated it. It provided little to no support. I felt like I was wearing nothing. The fit was odd. I am returning it.
You know what my review usually is, and the support bras and clothing, because a lot of stuff from Amazon or Shine or Temu comes from overseas.
Yeah.
And I'm not a small girl. I mean, I'm not a extra large girl, but the Asians are a lot smaller, and they. I bought a dress 2 weeks ago, and I got it, and I even ordered an XL because I knew it was going to be that way. I pulled it on, and speak of your lady lumps falling out. I couldn't even get it around my. That's usually my review. This is TMI.
Let's well, while you're reflecting on that a moment, I'm going to get you to look up something else.
Okay, go ahead.
Here we go. Bobby, would you look up jock strap?
Oh my God.
And let's read some negative reviews on that. I want you to give me another one too.
Jock straps for men.
Yeah.
As opposed to jock straps for women.
Yeah, it could happen. I don't know. But to dovetail on what you were just saying about the size differences, if you recall, when I went to France for the JMC retreat in 2018, they lost my luggage on the way over. And so I had my clothes on my back when I arrived, and that was it. And Deborah went shopping for me there in France. And I was a lot bigger than I am now. Not egregiously huge, but, big, thick guy, right? And so she was finding, like, she knew my size. And she's like, well, their large and extra large over here won't even come close to fitting him. And so we had a tough time finding clothes for me while we were there. So anyway, did you find any jock straps with reviews?
I wish I could show you this picture. This guy's Trevor says. After one single wash, following the instructions, there's no color left. It's completely faded and looks awful. He has a picture of this thing. It looks like a banana peel. It's like this pale greenish yellow.
Ooh.
The jock strap is. It's not.
Oh, okay. I was like, he should get some antibiotics for that.
No. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I just looked up some mascara.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Oh boy.
Terrible mascara. This is the worst mascara I've ever used. It flaked constantly all day long. Every time I looked in the mirror, I had tiny black flakes under my eyes. When I went to wash my face to get it off, it initially took off the majority, yet over the next 3 days, I would still find tiny flakes under my eyes. And when I woke up in the mornings, I had black smudges. So for 3 days, I was constantly cleaning under my eyes.
I went to a wedding recently, and I was talking to a bunch of people at the reception, and this one lady, it was really hot, and it was an outdoor wedding, and so during the reception, she had like black all over her eyes, and I didn't know her very well, or else I would have said something, but all I could think of was, you didn't buy the waterproof mascara, did you? This guy says, back to the
jockstraps.
Never buy this product or else you end up with pelvic discomfort. He was right to the point.
Which is the same thing I said after the first girl I dated in college. Hi-yo!
Oh, jeez.
I don't even know what that means. Let's see. Mascara. Super disappointed, frowny face. Tried to open and use when I was getting ready, and I literally had to pry it open to find the wand was curved and unable to use. Crying emoji. Then tried to fix the curve and straighten out the wire when most of the bristles came off. Super disappointed when I just bought other Lash Princess mascaras. Tried to refund, but Amazon wants me to return it. Just replace or refund me a defaulty product. Oh, wait. Here we go. I'm going to read the headline on this next one. Don't buy unless you want raccoon eyes.
Once again, right to the point. That's all you need to say. Oh, man.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah, this is fun.
This has been a vapid Making Waves VO podcast. And I'm going to confirm that vapid means offering nothing that is stimulating or challenging.
Oh my goodness.
But we've got some fun coming up next week. Oh my gosh. It's Halloween is upon us, and we are going to have somebody on that is going to be I'm not going to reveal who it is. We're going to keep it a surprise, but we've got somebody amazing lined up, and we are going to get a good sense of Halloween from this voice actor because they spend a lot of their time in the voiceover world scaring people. I love that.
Ooh, and it makes me think of your annual Halloween party. Oh, and speaking of jockstraps, remember when Steve, Steve, my husband,
I have photographic evidence, Bobby. So if Steve ever turns on me, I'm going to have to pull out my ace in the hole. No pun intended.
He was Mark Spitz. And
yes.
I ordered red, white, and blue skivvies off Amazon. And man, all the women were just like afraid to look down there, I think. It was so funny.
Well, yeah. And you came as Dorothy Hamill, right?
Yes. Yes.
That's so funny. That's so funny. Well, I guess we're done, right?
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap. The Making Waves VO podcast presented by Full Compass, fullcompass.com.
We know VO.
See you next time, Bobby.
Bye. See ya.
Lacey, was that trash? Or was there any entertainment value there?
The Making Waves VO podcast is produced by K2 Media Productions with hosts Kevin Kilpatrick and Bobby Maxwell. Sound design and editing by Jason Traver. Production assistance by Lacey Deline. Publicity and social media by Shannon Scott and Silas Phillips. Be sure to subscribe to the Making Waves VO podcast on your favorite platform. For all episodes, merchandise, gear, and more, visit makingwavesvo.com. Until next time, I'm AJ McKay. Keep making waves.